Hello everyone, it's instructor Lungz here from BlueChevron. So the festive season is here, and as we all know, a lot of us are traveling long distances for the festive. And just wanted to give you a quick guide to your vehicle's trip computer and how to optimize that to give you more information on your trips. So this is the Kia Picanto's instrument cluster. And at the moment, it's showing us the fuel range. I drove from PE to Butterworth last night, and I've got 55 kilometers remaining on my range. As you can see here, um, my fuel gauge is just under a quarter tank, and I think it's probably about 100 kilometers left in reality, but the vehicle does give you a guide here. It says 55 kilometers left, and usually the reserve light will come on when I've got about 30 kilometers left, which then gives you maybe another 60 kilometers or so. So it's quite important that you understand how to use this as a guide so that you know when you should fill up, how to budget for your trip and so on, and how much fuel you're using. So what I normally do is I've just pressed the trip button here, and I've gone to the average fuel consumption. So you can see Kia Picanto is quite good with fuel consumption. I'm sitting at 4.8 liters per 100 kilometers, which means on my trip from PE to here, I did 4.8 liters every 100 kilometers. And if we look, that was 5.5 hours, and it was 359 kilometers that I traveled. So what I usually do then is I will reset all this information for a new trip, long distance trip. So I've reset that average fuel consumption there, and then reset the time, and then you also reset your trip, the mileage there. There's A and B on this trip computer, and what's that that is useful when you fill up your first tank of fuel, you reset it to 0, and then when you finish that tank, you can see just how far you managed to go on it. And then I use the other trip computer to measure distances along the way. So if I want to see how long is the distance between Bloemfontein and Colesberg, for example, then I will reset one of the trip computers to 0 and then just measure that. So that's quite a useful guide. And also, by keeping a tab on your distances, it helps if you have any issues, if your vehicle breaks down, or you come across an accident. Then when you make the phone call to the emergency services, you're able to tell them exactly where you are. And also, if there's no network and such, your Google Maps might not be available. So it is useful to know exactly how far you are from anything, especially if you've got challenges with fuel and so on. Okay, so that's just a quick guide to how to use your trip computer. My controls are here, so I scroll through by pressing the trip button, and then there's the reset for resetting the figures there. Okay.